Tips on finding your dream home with Feng Shui. Hi, I'm Feng Shui Master George Bennis with 12 locations to avoid when looking to build, buy or rent your dream home. You want your dream home to be just perfect, right? A place that supports your hard work and effort. A home to raise a family in. A place of peace, love and harmony with an atmosphere of tranquility that helps you relax and unwind at the end of the day. Well, there are locations that are not suitable for residential homes. "12 undesirable sites. Through observation over thousands of years, the ancient Chinese people identified specific locations that were not desirable for a happy home or family life. Those sites included government buildings, places of worship, hospitals, doctor's surgery, cemeteries, funeral parlours, police, fire, ambulance and petrol stations, military bases, chemical and industrial plants, abattoirs, banks, casinos, prisons and red light districts. As a general rule, these locations should be avoided when looking to find your dream home. There may be some exceptions. For example, if you are military personnel, living near your base may be desirable. Many of these locations are self-explanatory. However, some require further explanation. Let's look at the 12 undesirable locations. Government buildings. The government is the central administration for a country. It has power, wealth and authority. A government building attracts and transmits the qi or energy of power, wealth and authority. The government building draws the life force, what the Chinese call qi, to its location. This requires vast amounts of life force to be used, leaving little for nearby residential estates. A residential estate requires peace and harmony, not power and authority. Recently, government buildings have also become targets for terrorist attacks. This is not conducive to peaceful residential homes. Places of worship. Many would think places of worship are associated with beauty, praise and celebration, oneness with God, which is true. However, many of them are locations where funerals are conducted. Some even have cemeteries. Places of worship are also locations where strong emotions are experienced. Some people go there to be absolved from sin, to let go of emotions such as guilt, regret and sorrow. Besides emotions of joy, praise and celebration. All these leave strong emotional residue. The location of strong emotions is not appropriate for a peaceful and harmonious residential environment. Hospitals and doctor's surgery. These are locations where the sick, injured and dying go. Hospitals attract and exude the energy of sickness and death, as well as drawing on the life force for healing and recovery. Many hospitals are locations that harbour germs and diseases and can be very noisy with police and ambulance sirens. A healthy residential home does not want to compete with a hospital or doctor's surgery for the life force of health. Cemeteries and funeral parlours are sites for the dead. These locations represent death, loss and sorrow. A cemetery is a dwelling place for the departed, the opposite of a residential estate, which is a location for the living. Police, fire, ambulance and petrol stations are where emergency services are located. Emergency services are hives of activity and noise, with sirens and flashing lights going all hours of the day and night. Such activity is detrimental to residential peace and quiet. Petrol stations exude the energy of petrochemicals and are potential fire hazards, as well as locations of robbery. Military bases are strategic sites for the defence of a nation. Weapons of destruction and the tools of war are housed at military bases. They represent power, destruction and war. They are targets in the event of a military attack. A happy residential estate requires the life force of peace and harmony. Chemical and industrial plants. These locations are where toxic chemicals are made and stored, and where the wheels of industry turn. They are often hazardous to health, are subject to spills, leaks and accidents, and have high traffic flow with industrial vehicles. These types of plants are often very unattractive, surrounded by high fences and barbed wire. These are not locations you would want your children to play near. Abattoirs. Let's face it, these are industrial plants for the slaughter of animals. They attract the energy of death. Banks are locations where money is stored, created, transferred and withdrawn. Banks and financial institutions draw on the life force for wealth. The drawing on the wealth energy leaves little wealth energy for the surrounding homes. They are centres of business activity that belong in the central business district. Casinos are sites for gambling. Similarly to banks, they draw in all the wealth chi. They are often brightly lit, bustling locations. This disturbs the peace and tranquility of residential estates. They may also attract crime. Prisons are the homes for criminals. They represent loss of freedom and despair. They are often very unattractive, with high fences, barbed wire and armed guards. Red light districts. These adult activities are best kept away from children and families. Whether you view these activities as immoral or not, they often attract the underbelly of society, along with drugs, crime and despair. The 12 undesirable sites gives you a general introduction only into what types of locations are unsuitable for a residential estate. In some cases, specific circumstances may be different. It is recommended to seek a professional accredited Feng Shui consultant when looking for your dream home. There are other important factors to consider when looking to build, buy or rent your dream home. For more information, purchase my elementary Feng Shui course. Please remember to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. Design your dream home with Feng Shui. www.thefengshuiadvantage.com